Hello everyone, it's December 29, 2012. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is the Schmuck Look. First, I want to say thank you to Scott Says MYOB2, my newest subscriber. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the thought, and I hope you enjoy, and as usual, all comments are welcome. I want to know what you're thinking so I can improve my thinking. And now on to the rest of the show, as they would say. I've called this one Cliff Diving with Idiots. I got an email this morning in my mailbox from Senator Patrick Leahy, since I live in Vermont and he's one of the senators we've got. And as usual, wanted a donation for whatever worthy, to help Democrats all over the country get elected in the next several elections. Can't you just give us a little bit? Pat, you're making what, $200,000 a year? I make $1,100 a month on Social Security disability. I get to pay for my meds, all that good stuff, and rent, food, utilities, the internet. And oh yeah, you guys are just so generous. We're getting a 1.7% increase in Social Security checks this coming month in 2013. So that's going to work out to what, $12, $11? Come on. And you want me to give that to the Democrats so you could fight the evil Republicans, which I grant you is a worthy fight, because those sons of bitches want to take the Social Security away and give it to the guys on Wall Street and in the banks and, business people, the Koch brothers, all the guys who really, really suffer because I'm making $1,100 a month. And oh my, they could spend that money just so much better, or at least put it away for their idiot children who can't make anything out of themselves. And yeah, I'm talking to you, Mitt Romney. If your dad hadn't had that much money, you surely wouldn't have been running for prez. And again, here we go. It's people like this who want to tell all the rest of us how the hell to live, when they don't know the first thing about how to live themselves. They've had nannies, they've had tutors, they've had maids. What the hell do they know about making a bed or cleaning a toilet? I don't want to hear, I had to do all these bad things as a kid. El toro poo-poo. Or to use the correct Spanish phrase, poo-poo de la toro. Mitt, instead of serving your country in the military, you went to heathen, barbarian France as a Mormon missionary in a Catholic country. You were proselytizing the Mormon religion, which, hey, it's a long-lasting cult, but as a religion, probably not so much. Let's face it, Joe Smith was nothing more than a con man. He'd been in jail how many damn times, wrote this book, and I'm pretty sure he's still laughing his ass off in the midst of the graveyard that so many people took it so seriously. And, hey, for all the real Mormons out there who really practice the religion, 2 thumbs up, and to the rest of you who use it to escape things like serving your country, well, I'm not so thrilled. And this would include the senior senator from Idaho. His last name is Crapo, C-R-A-P-O, Crapo. Can you imagine a Crapo in the Senate? He's, been telling people over the years, well, he can't do this, he can't do that, he can't do the other thing because he's a Mormon. And then he got caught last week drunk driving in Virginia. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I seem to remember when the Mormons came to the house a number of years ago, I offered them a drink and they couldn't because Mormons aren't allowed to drink alcohol. And again, now I know he's a senator, so you got to excuse certain behaviors. But if he's a Mormon senator, does that excuse him from following the precepts of the religion? All I'm saying. somebody be fibbing, and it ain't me. Yeah, like I said, and the big thing about the cliff diving is, people are screaming and crying that, oh my God, January 1st, we're going to go over this fiscal cliff. And why are they screaming and crying? Because tax rates will go back up for everyone to the Bill Clinton era. And President Clinton wasn't that bad. Okay, he got a BJ in the back room at the White House. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum for him. I mean, face it, the women he was going after weren't Miss Americas. Look at them. In the light of day, ain't any of them what you'd call a raving beauty. But he was settling for what he could get, and I kind of get that. The thing is, the tax rates are going to go back up to what they were when we had Clinton as a president, which means they're going to go back up, basically, to the first George Bush, Georgie Sr., up to the rates that, he raised tax rates, I forget how damn many times. I think it was 4 times in 8 years. Bill Clinton raised them twice. Oh, the horror. Those badass Democrats. Why, they took money from rich people and from corporations and redistributed it, and that's a bad thing. It's like, come on, guys. You're taking it from people who add cost to things but don't really add value. And yeah, I'm talking about most executives. They add a lot of cost because not only are you paying them a hell of a lot more than the workers, but they get bigger bonuses too. But what are they really adding to the value of the product? I'm thinking not so damn much. They might be saving the corporations some money here and there and scattered all over, but are they adding value to the product? Probably not. They could go cliff diving with the lemmings too. And basically that's what's happening here. We're not going over this major fiscal cliff where the economy just will go into the tailspin and never recover, ever, ever, ever. Some people are going to take a hit again. Yippee, yippee, yahoo, yahoo. If you've got $1 million in the bank, in the Bahamas or wherever, those offshore accounts, you're hiding it for tax purposes. Don't be fibbing. I can tell a fib like that a mile away while I'm sleeping and my eyes are closed and I'm snoring. Because why don't we just say it outright? It's a fucking lie. You're hiding it for tax purposes. You're not sequestering it so you can do things there. You're hiding it so it doesn't have to be taxed here, which means you are betraying our country. Can you get a load of that, all you bankers and Wall Street guys? Every time you take it out of the pockets of those who can't afford it, you're betraying the precepts of our Constitution, which doesn't guarantee equality. It's just supposed to guarantee an equal chance. And if you're not funding education because, well, hell, your kids go to private schools, so why should you have to fund public schools? You're betraying the United States. It's what you're doing. Again, there's that cliff you can dive over. And, I grant you, in a lot of places, cliff diving into the ocean's a whole lot of fun. They do movies of it, TV shows, and yada, yada, yada contests. The fiscal cliff, not so much. And basically, the way I'm looking at it is, okay, my taxes may go up that much because that's how much my Social Security is going up, that much. But everything else is going to remain the same. It's a pretty good deal. One other thing, I want to throw this out there because you hear so many people screaming about, the single payer system means government bureaucracy. Do you have any idea how many insurance companies there are in the U.S. selling insurance and then denying claims? Think about it. Again, you've got executives that are not adding value to your policy, but they are damn well adding cost. And what they're doing is keeping you from being as healthy as you could be because they deny the claims. So, You learn to, well, take an extra Tylenol instead of actually going and seeing a doctor and finding out what the problem really is. We all do it when we're poor. I do it. My wife does it. Here in Vermont, our Governor Shumlin, is saying, we're going to have this single-payer system, and everybody's revving up against that. And basically what that means is getting rid of the insurance companies. You'll pay the same premium or a different kind. It'll be called a tax on something. I keep hearing people crying about, well, Canada has a 15% tax, but they don't have the premiums. Okay? And I could be wrong about the percentage there, but what I'm saying is, when you have a single-payer system, well, you got to pay for it somehow. It will be a taxation thing, but you don't have the premiums that go up every damn year and the services that go down. And to my mind, if that means some of these paper pushers have to go out and find real work, that's a good thing. Let them stand in line just like the rest of us. Things will change then, but not 1 second before. Again, thank you to Scott Says My MYOB2. Hope you like this. Again, folks, you got to think a little bit. If the taxes go up, but you get rid of the premiums, because I'm betting most people are paying $300-400 a month for health insurance premiums. Maybe it's time we stop that and pay, an extra $100 a month in taxes, because that would be what you would call a net savings. Doesn't take a dumb schmuck to figure that out, just a real one. That would be me. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's the Schmuck Look. Peace.